Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are doing well. Welcome to Financial Literacy Simplified. Today, I want to discuss an area that has gained a lot of debate in the country. And this area is about Honorable Ndindi Nyoro's comment about Kenyans over investing in land. And Honorable Nyoro, for your information, he is trained in economics. He did it at KU. And he is a shrewd investor, having heavily invested in Kenya Power and so on. And I would want to give my input into this ongoing debate. Honorable Nyoro was saying that we should not invest. We have actually overinvested in land. My discussion today, I will be supporting some aspects, and some other aspects I will be on the other side. So let's start with why I would support this investment or these aspects. You find that first, if it depends, you are investing at what age. If you are a retiree or you are somebody above 60 years, investing in land will not be the best decision. Remember, land is illiquid. It is hard to sell quickly. I have discussed in my previous videos about being asset rich and cash poor. You find somebody has land over 10 million, but if the same person is asked to deal with something worth 200,000 shillings in cash, the person cannot be able to raise that cash. So that becomes a challenge. And you see, when you want to sell that land, you will have to sell it at a throwaway price. And again, it is very illiquid. So a retiree or somebody 60 years and above should not heavily invest in an asset that is not easy to liquidate. We have the other aspect of mushrooming plots across Kenya. You take Nairobi Nakuru Highway, you find that on both sides, except these parts of Delamere and these parts of Gilgil where there are some conservancies, you find both sides like 6 to 10 kilometers, both sides of the highway, it is plot, 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 plot. Sometimes you find even these plots are in productive places like Kiambu, some places in Nakuru like Ngata. Land that should be used for food production is now being converted into plots because everyone must own a parcel of land. This compromising food security, remember Kenya is not as blessed as its neighbors, will make us dependent on importation of food. You remember we import onions, pineapples, bananas, tomatoes from Uganda, from Tanzania. And if you compromise food security, like those places in Kiambu that are good for dairy farming or tea production, we shall pay the price. Another aspect why this I would support what Honorable Ndindi Nyoro is talking about, there is the aspect of land prices in Kenya. You find that in the urban areas, plots or the prices are stagnating. Since COVID-19, those who have the facts Most of the urban areas, land has remained the same in terms of price, or some even has started reducing. The price of land in 2020 and 2025, you may find 2020 was more expensive than it is in 2025. We said about prime agricultural land, it is not able to appreciate as it would because of being misused. This also over concentration or in investment in land and real estate, it is starving SMEs capital. Money that could have been used for SMEs. As a Kenyan, I want to buy land. Let's say 2 acres worth 2 million. That land is not generating me anything. But if this 2 million was used in a business, you may find that this 2 million will grow more. It will even employ more people. So small and medium enterprises that would grow are now starved capital. The same, we've said that this capital would make the country progress. The next item that I would want to discuss is now on the other side, disagreeing with Honorable Nyoro. Why should we be cautious? Sorry, it is still agreeing with Honorable Nyoro why we should be cautious about investing in the real estate. It is massive, it is capital intensive, and it may cripple people's working life. You find you have taken a mortgage just to own a house and you will pay it for 25 years, for 20 years. All your productive working life is taken there. When you could have used that and make your money grow more. I'll give examples. You find institutions like Equity Bank, KCB, they do not own land. I know because land is not the core business. Where Equity Bank is located in Upper Hill, the head office, that is not Equity's property. Where Kencom House is located, Kencom House is owned by KCB pensioners. These organizations know that it is not good to own assets that are non-earning assets. It is not generating income. So it is very capital intensive and you will pay it with a premium. It is not ideal for people who are about to retire. I think I have said that because returns from land or real estate are barely 10%. And somebody who is 60 years investing in a project whose return is 10%, it will take 10 years, that is up to 70, to recover the initial investment. And then after that, so it is not ideal for those. Now, I now want to look at the other side. Why do I disagree with the Honorable MP? The real estate sector contributes highly to Kenya's GDP, around 8.6%. It is a source of employment. There are people who work, architects, structural engineers, quantity surveyors, those in NCA, those in NEMA. It builds or it is a form of employment. Those who are in cement manufacturing, the real estate sector is contributing a lot, and it is something that if we just stopped, the economy would feel a hit from this. There is also low housing in the country because only 2% of housing serves the low income earners. So because of that, you find that it is good for those who have the ability to invest and be able to use this in terms of boosting the housing consumption. It is also a big opportunity for affordable housing market. If you invest in real estate, like the government has been having these affordable housing projects, like there is a church by the name of Kingdom Seekers along the Nakuru Nairobi highway is creating a city called Kingdom City where they are doing some real estate. It is able to make people afford housing if it is done in a proper way. We still need land, especially for young people. It is a form of capital security. So they should invest early to be able to build wealth. You know, it has that aspect of compounding your returns. If you own land or you own real estate, it provides collateral for access to credit. You have apartments, you go to a bank, you go to a SACCO, you can be able to charge it and take a loan. You have your own residential place, a bungalow, a mansionette. You can be able to charge it in a financial institution and you will be able to take a loan that will be able even to assist you do businesses. The urbanization demands Nakuru, Mombasa, Kisumu, Eldoret. With urbanization, you find that real estate people are forced or are pressured to invest there. Remember, globally, including Kenya, you find a very big percentage of the population, even here in Kenya, like 50% plus of the population are living in urban centers. So there is pressure to be able to own land, to be able to secure a place that you can lay your head, and that is what is making land still an important factor. It also secures intergenerational wealth. We shall discuss that about the likes of Uhuru Kenyatta's family who own land. Why is real estate good? It is still a continuation. You find that the demand for housing in Kenya, it is 244,000 units a year, and only 50,000, less than 50,000 units are supplied every year. So because of that, there are some people who still need to invest in this land so that they will be able to meet these housing shortages. Land is the greatest factor of production. In economics, you learn or you will learn that there is land, there is capital, there is labor, there is entrepreneurship. Land is the one that holds on all the others. So people invest in land because when you own land, you own or somehow you can be able to control other factors. I talked about Uhuru Kenyatta's and McDonald's, those who have read Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, McDonald's has been investing in real estate. And this is what has made McDonald's thrive as opposed to them selling their fries and their burgers and whatever. So I've just mentioned they thrive by owning prime real estate. Kenyatta's family about intergenerational wealth. Suburbs in Nairobi have been able to boast some infrastructures, Thika Superhighway, and landowners there have been able to gain. Now, in conclusion, what do I have to say regarding this debate? To some extent, the Honorable MP is right. If it is not done carefully, investing in land in Kenya is overrated. Everyone must have a parcel of land, regardless of whether it is on prime, productive land or what. You are not considering the drainage system. Retirees, because of pressure, are forced when they retire to invest in land. They do a property that they are not able to complete. it doesn't generate them income, all their money is tied there, what happens? Your lifespan is reduced drastically. On the other hand, young investors, or if proper planning is done, young investors will benefit from early land ownership. You will be able to grow wealth. So if there are mechanisms, plans by the relevant authorities to ensure that we do not do land or we do not buy plots haphazardly, we can be able to utilize land for the best way. So land plus some balanced diversification will be sustainable for Kenya's wealth strategy. I wish to stop on that. Let's keep on learning. Should you have any issue, please feel free to engage me. Wish you well.